For our next guest, life must be like a hurricane. Please welcome the cast of the all-new DuckTales. Woo! Wow, we did it. We're going to do the whole song now, multiple times. Thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thanks for having
Welcome
us.
to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So DuckTales is back. Why now? I mean, why not, right?
What is it, the 30th anniversary?
Yeah, I
of
think
it?
close to it.
Could be.
Yeah,
I think it's going to premiere on either the 30th anniversary.
August 12th?
Around there.
Okay, around
yeah.
there.
But no, when the second, when the actual episodes premiere,
I think it
it's
was
like,
maybe.
Oh,
'cause I
wow.
think it was 87 to 90, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We
So-
should know our dates of
We
the
should know our
originals.
dates.
It's fine.
It
I hit
feels
you guys
like the
with a
right
pop
time.
quiz.
Yeah.
I watched it as a kid.
Yep.
It's very nostalgic to me, so it's kind of fun. And I have kids now, so it's nice to be able to share that with them. So I feel like a lot of people are going to have that in common.
Did you guys have that sort of
yeah.
Disney afternoon routine where you'd get out of school, come home, eat as many snacks as possible?
Very
like,
much so. Mac
know,
and cheese. Mac and cheese was a
mac and
huge part of
cheese,
my life back then.
string
I'm
thing, fruit by the
lactose
foot.
intolerant now, but back then, mac and cheese.
Oatmeal cream pies, all those
Wow.
little Debbie oatmeal cream pies.
Wow.
Get them.
Remember in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids when they go on the giant one and it's like a giant oatmeal cream
Oh,
pie?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
amazing.
think about that every
Did you guys
day.
have turtle pies? It was
Oh,
Ninja
yeah.
Turtle versions of fruit pies.
Oh, yeah, and they came with a card.
I loved it. It was green on
They were
top.
green on the outside and then they had custard on the inside.
It's a very, maybe, are you New Yorker or no?
Yeah.
I think it might be a
Wow.
Drake's New York thing.
Yeah, it was.
Hey,
I think
man,
it was an
I'm
East
happy
Coast
we
thing.
could have this
Yeah.
conversation.
I know.
No,
What's up, guys?
I don't know turtle pie.
I'm scared
So
of
anyway,
them.
turtle pies. They're not coming back. DuckTales is. Tell me about your characters.
Okay, so I play Huey Duck. He's the oldest of the triplets by, I think, like 3 minutes, maybe?
3 seconds.
3 seconds. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Which, like,
Yeah.
twins or triplets,
Wow,
they
they
hold
pop
that.
up fast.
They hold that
It
over
counts.
each other.
It
Yeah.
matters. I would say Huey's the most logical of the bunch. He wears a red hat, just so you can identify him. He is a good junior woodchuck. I was a Cub Scout as a kid. I get it. I love lists. I love maps. And in some ways, he tries to be the leader. But I think he realizes that maps and plans don't always work out, which is good.
I play Webby, Webbigail, and I think I'm just super stoked to be along with the other gang and adventuring with them. You know, Webby was not in all of the episodes in the original, so I think it's very exciting that now we've got this awesome, powerful female character in all of the episodes, and
Yeah,
she
that
really
rules.
does like to run the show and has crazy ideas, and she's very enthusiastic.
I play Dewey Duck. I'm the middle child by a second. I'm a second younger
Yeah, you are. Older.
than Huey. Older, yes, than Huey. And my guy is like, all Dewey wants to do is get out there and jump in. He's like the Leroy Jenkins of the group, if you will. I never thought about that before, but now I'm going to keep
Yeah.
saying that.
Yeah.
So he's
Anytime
very
he sees-
headstrong, just kind of runs in.
He literally, because he's a middle child, all he wants to do is stand out. So, like, if there's something to be done, he is the first to jump in the room and do it. Like, guys, come here, look what I can do, and stuff like that.
And so now Donald Duck is their uncle, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he drops
Yeah.
the kids off with Uncle Scrooge,
Yes.
who's like, well, I'll take care of these guys, but we also have to go to like the Himalayas and steal gold.
Why not? That's just weekends.
Is that,
right?
that seems sort of dangerous, right?
Well, it's probably more exciting than just like going to the Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fact.
And you get,
Which would be equally as exciting.
Yeah, actually, I do love Chuck E. Cheese so much.
I would watch that episode.
Animatronic bears.
Yep.
Great.
Everything gets haunted immediately.
So let's talk a little bit about the locations they get to visit, because that was one of my favorite parts of the original show, which then translated into the video game. The entire video
Yeah.
game was basically choosing weird different places in the world,
Yeah.
or the moon, and going anywhere. So where are some of the places that these kids go on adventures?
Ooh, what are we allowed to say?
I know.
I
What are
don't
we allowed to
know.
say?
There's a lot of stuff we're not allowed to say for some
Yeah.
reason.
So Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
And
They explore Uncle Scrooge's mansion.
They do, and they
Yeah.
find there's far more in Uncle Scrooge's mansion than you could think. There are different parts. We do travel quite a bit, and we
Yeah.
get to
How
go
about
to
this?
different things.
They're
Yeah.
hearts.
Oh, that's so
Wow.
sweet. So now we're heading. This is sad, but we're heading towards a more sort of like credit card based society. Uncle Scrooge,
I know. What,
he still
remember
has
the
his,
good old days
all
of
these
cash.
coins.
Remember the good old days?
Like does he still have
Yeah.
he still has his money tower and people go
Oh, yeah.
jumping in it
Yeah.
and swimming in
Yes.
it? Or he
Well,
does, right? Are you
Uncle-
guys allowed to go in there?
The money bin?
We
Yeah.
can sneak in there. We're not
Yeah.
allowed
I
in,
don't
but
think
we can
Uncle
sneak
Scrooge
in.
would want us in there.
We did get to go to the real life live one though.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
exciting.
How big were the coins?
They're like that big.
Oh, so to scale.
Yeah, Kate
Yeah.
got hurt.
Real money.
Very
I did.
to
Really?
I went in without my shoes. It was a bad idea.
That's awesome.
Money
just
hurts,
just
guys.
bare web feet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
dangerous.
lesson to learn, Danny. If
Yeah.
you want to say it to
Money
camera.
hurts.
Money hurts.
Money hurts. Money
So tell me
hurts.
about some of the sort of like secondary character on the show, like guys like Launchpad, Gizmo Duck. Those were some of my favorites growing up. I had toys of them.
Launchpad is played by Beck Bennett
Beck
from
Bennett.
Saturday Night Live.
We're pointing this
right over
way.
there?
'cause
He's right over
He's on the
there.
other side of that wall.
He's
that you can't
flying
see.
around in his little
Yes.
little
And
helicopter
Fenton
somewhere.
and slash Gizmo Duck is played by Lin-Manuel Miranda, which is insane and incredible that
What
he's
an
in our
awesome!
show.
Like, how does that
Yeah.
even come together?
And he's of Cuban descent in the show. Gizmo Duck is of Cuban descent. It's like the first Cuban superhero.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Gyro Gearless, is that Jim Rash, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jim Rash,
Jim
Paul
Rash,
F.
look
Tompkins
at
is
that.
in
Paul
it,
Tompkins
Allison
is on it,
Jen
right?
is in it. We have so many
We have
human
amazing
beings in the
people.
show. Yeah.
And so the villains on this show were always very interesting because sometimes
yeah.
they were depending on where you guys traveled to. But one of the reoccurring characters were the Beagle Boys, who
Yes.
I don't know how were allowed to go to jail or forced to go to jail, and then constantly broke out by getting a cake that had like a chainsaw in it,
Correct.
or
That's
a
right.
nail
Yeah.
file,
Oh, yeah.
and
yeah.
the cops never checked the cake.
No.
And Mob Beagle was
Mob
like, "It's
Beagle.
cool, I made him a cake." Are these
Margot
guys
Martindale.
back?
Margot
Martindale's playing
Yeah.
Mob
Really?
Beagle.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So are you guys interacting with the Beagle Boys again? Are
Oh,
they
yeah.
making a wreck in town?
They're in there. The Beagle
They're
Boys
there.
are
They're
absolutely
there.
in there. Mob Beagle's in there.
Yeah.
There's a series
They're
of different
crafty.
villains that we
Yeah.
get to play with on this one.
And I think also, I think people who loved the original will be very excited to know that there are a lot of characters coming back. I think that's safe to say, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You will be rewarded. And also,
Yeah.
what's cool about this series is that there's kind of a storyline throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, it is serialized a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
you
interesting.
can
There's-
enjoy the single episodes,
Yeah.
but also there's a storyline that the nephews and Webby kind of go on a little adventure like that.
There's going to be some great reveals, and I think people will be very satisfied.
Yeah.
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 Awesome. And so you guys were big fans of the original growing up, and then you
Yes.
saw, I assume, what was the concept art for this when it
It's
first started
amazing.
kicking around.
Yeah.
It was very much based on like the original comic book designs
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Were you guys immediately like, oh, this is its own thing? This is a brand new thing here?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I saw it, well, I think I was talking to Frank, and he was like, we're trying to go to original sort of Carl Barks style animation. And I think in the trailer, you see how it looks like we're coming out of the panels. And I think that's going to be really cool, and I think gives this sort of a fresh look to it. So it kind of appeals to the original art style, but also kind of, I think the humor is pretty fast-paced and a little
Yeah,
bit more
it's
modern.
really funny.
Yeah, so it kind of has like a nice blend there, which I think people like.
Are there sort of modernized tech? Like, do the kids have phones? Are we sort of staying
Do the
away
kids
from
have
that?
phones? She has a grappling hook.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I don't think we have phones, but there is some like Silicon Valley-ish kind of stuff that
Oh,
we
yeah,
go into.
yeah,
I don't know if we could talk about
I
that.
don't know if
yeah,
I'm
we
allowed to talk
battle.
about it.
Internship. Can I talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so we have like a
Is that Mark Beeks?
yeah, that's
Played
the
by
Mark
Josh
Beeks
Brenner?
thing. Yeah, so we have like a Silicon Valley-ish kind of episode where we battle over an internship.
Yes.
So there is like some tech stuff.
Yeah, there
there
is. And also, if you
Yeah.
have Gizmo Duck, you also have the series of inventions that Fenton makes and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
And Gyro
ladies and gentlemen,
Gearless
that's
and
the cast of DuckTales, or at least a small group of you guys. There are so
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
beautiful
Us.
people on the show. When can people catch the show?
August 12th is there's going to be, what is the
It's every hour on the hour.
On the hour, 24 hours a
It's
day.
going to be 24
24 hours a day.
Disney
Gyro
XD.
Gearless was the inventor, guys. I'm so sorry. Gyro
Oh, you got
Gearless.
it, but you got it in
Fenton
time.
turns into Gizmo Duck. Thank goodness.
The first
Thank
episode
goodness.
is 24 hours long.
It's a 24-hour long
Back to
episode.
back, the first two episodes like the 1 hour movie, right?
Yeah, so it's 1 hour. It's a 1 hour movie all the way through.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much for coming, and
Thank
have an
you.
awesome Comic-Con.
Thank you so much.
Happy Comic-Con.
Bye, everybody.